I wanted to ask you, what is your process to come up with new additions in the menu?
And I have a virtual kitchen back of my head.
I want to know, how long did it take you to plan all of this?
We went in slow, and we have at the start we didn't have a good response.
Because you don't have a work-life balance.
Yeah.
How has that affected you, and how are you able to keep up with having a social life?
I don't have a life.
So since it's the most premium one, can you tell me the most expensive thing in the restaurant? Like, how much does it cost and what is it?
180.
If there was a young entrepreneur and who wanted to seek advice from you, what is like one advice that you would give that entrepreneur?
And never compromise on your quality.
Hey, you're listening to The Bigger Picture with Hiba. This season is about all the legendary foodies of the UAE, so let's welcome today's legend, Ali Yazdi, aka Mr. SLAW, who is not only a foodie but a renowned chef and an entrepreneur. Hi Ali, how are you?
Hello, Heba. Thanks for having me today. It's my pleasure to be here today.
Thanks for coming. How do you feel? How's everything?
Everything is good. Being exhausted. Haven't slept in the past 16 to 18 hours.
What?
Yeah.
No way. That's why you're surviving on coffee?
Yeah, black coffee. That's all. No
Yeah.
food.
That keeps you going. So, how would you describe who Chef Ali is?
Well, my real name is Muhammad Ali Yazdi. The name Muhammad is like very common in the Asian families and the religion family, Islamic families. So it's silent, basically. But I'm Muhammad Ali Yazdi. I'm born in 1993. Grown up in a small family back in Dubai, like with all the things, like going to an CBSE school, which is surprisingly,
Yeah,
which no, like no one knows it.
How?
Like, well, education is good in
Okay.
Indian schools. So
That's true.
growing up over there, like very normal, basic family, not a super rich family. I come back from a very down family. My parents are doctors, having a simple, basic life, and working hard, struggle, grind till I reach the place I am. Like it was hard, but like I did it. Before I opened SLAW, like I went through ups and downs a lot, through the failures, through bruises, through sadness, depressions. But that's the thing that helped me to walk on my feet again.
Yeah.
Even though how many times I fall down, I promise myself to hold the ground and I stand to be the place where I'm right now.
That's really good. And I'm very proud of how far you've come. I mean, from a life filled with challenges and struggles to now where you are, that's a huge accomplishment for you. The first thing I wanted to talk to you about was you've mentioned in interviews that you started cooking from a very young age, as young as 15 years old. Can you tell us a little bit about it, how you started, what inspired you, what kept you going?
I started at the age of 14.
Oh, okay.
Like cooking at the house, watching mommy cookings and everything, and professionally at the age of 18. But well, you know that in the Asian families, being a chef is like a black spot.
Yeah.
Not appreciated. They always see you like a cooker making some kebabs on the side of the road. That's the image they have actually.
Yeah.
But the image is way bigger. I used to keep on telling them. My parents are doctors, so like they always loved to see me as like a doctor, a
Yeah.
PhD, an engineer. So for their sake, I did the engineering. But yeah, I entered the F&B business.
Yeah. So the transition from being a biomedical engineer to being a chef and an entrepreneur, what was that transition like? And what was that moment where you're like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And this is my passion.
Well, the transition was...
It wasn't smooth?
It
I'm
wasn't
guessing.
smooth at all. Like till today, like, you know, my sister tells me like, I didn't expect you to be there. Like I told you, I know what I wanted to be, like the food. I love food. I remember we used to go back on restaurant, like to eat outside on weekends.
Yeah.
Back in days, the holiday used to be Thursday, Friday. So we used to go, and I used to cry if we don't go to like, you know, like my favorite fried chicken place.
Okay.
I used to cry to go there. So yeah, that's the thing. I used to tell her. She said, I still see you, the guy who used to cry to go for that fried chicken place. I like.
Oh my God. And
Yeah,
then now
and,
to owning
yeah,
a place that serves fried chicken, that's
fried
you've come a
chicken.
long way.
Yeah, true. So yeah, that it was like it wasn't appreciated. I'll not lie. They didn't like it. Like my sisters are having master degree. My brother have a bachelor's. All of them are highly educated.
Yeah.
The one who is with the lowest education is me, and they always see me like a disgrace. Maybe
Okay.
used to see me actually,
Yeah.
but now the things changed.
That's good. I love that. You're not just going according to the stereotype,
True.
education, school, all of that. You've learned everything to your practical experience, which I love. So you started SLAW in 2021. I want to know, what was the story behind the name SLAW?
Well, the idea came. Everything was started at 2020.
Okay.
Yeah. First, I met my partners back on 2020, and They were planning to open something else, a shawarma spot.
Okay.
And then I decided to open. I like talked to them. They said, "Let's open a burger joint." I told them actually, and they was
Yeah.
like, "A burger joint, Dubai is all over burger joint." I told them, "You don't need to be first, but you can be the best." And that
Good
was the
point.
thing. We moved forward with it. We signed the papers and contract of the location on Feb 2020, and we started doing the designing and everything of the restaurant. And unluckily, we faced COVID. We even got the luggage. We wanted to travel abroad to bring like foreigner stuffs.
Oh, okay. All
The
right.
COVID hit. The place became locked down. The project became slowed down. So the project was started from 2020. We were about to open by September 2020, but the circumstance didn't help us. So then we opened by March. And the name behind SLAW is simple. Everything shredded, they call them SLAW. Every veggies. You add mayonnaise, it becomes coleslaw, and you add vinegar, it becomes pickles. And both of them are essentials of a good burger.
Okay, that's
Simple.
true. Okay, love that. And I wanted to talk to you about the new SLAW and More branch that you opened in Abu Dhabi. It's such a unique concept. It's a premier burger boutique. Now we see the finished product. It's open, people are coming in, but I want to know, how long did it take you to plan all of this and what went behind it? If you had to summarize, I know it could take forever.
That's interesting actually. We were planning to open a branch of SLAW in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
That full mindset and everything. But then suddenly I changed my mind. I was like, no, I want SLAW and More. The reason behind it is that always we are used to go to fancy restaurants, eat with chopsticks, very chic and all. But like I was like, okay, it can have a big portion with the high quality, high service. And why not? Let's go for it. The idea came from there. Then I promised myself I want to make a high standard, unique techniques. By the way, our kitchen is a zero waste kitchen, sustainable kitchen.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's why everyone thinks a burger kitchen needs to be like have lots of high waste. It's not. It's nothing anything big deal. It's just a patty bread. No, it's like complication of flavors, textures. That's the thing we implement in SLAW, and we have at the start we didn't have a good response.
Okay.
I'll not lie to you. Every day of the first week, I was having nightmares. I was falling from the
Really?
sky. Yeah, it was
my
like
God.
very stressful. I couldn't sleep at all.
Was this because of like any feedback you received?
I was
or just
receiving a very
Okay.
negative feedback. I'll not
All
lie
right.
to you.
Okay.
People were saying, but SLAW and More is expensive.
Yeah.
Because they were not reading the full name, SLAW and More. They were reading only the SLAW.
Oh, okay. They were coming in with that expectation.
Of SLAW, and then when they see like, why is it too expensive? I'm like, it's SLAW and
Yeah.
More.
Oh,
It's a fine
okay.
dining. It's like, oh no, it's expensive. Then they keep on. That's the time they comparing SLAW to Dubai
Yes.
and SLAW Abu Dhabi. Like you cannot comparison like a Ferrari and
A Civic.
a Civic. Two are there.
First one that
Both
came to mind.
drives, but there is
Okay.
something. You
Yeah,
just
that's true.
compare a Ferrari with a Lamborghini.
Exactly.
That's the thing. But eventually, when people understand it, we reach that niche customers, and now it's all stable. Everyone loves it. The one who appreciate it, the ones you can get the sushi at the very fine restaurants for
Yeah.
a plate of like 100, and there's a sushi for 20 dirhams. Both of them called sushi. But
Exactly.
that's the thing.
The quality, the
quality-
caviar, the meat, all of that.
Exactly. And in Abu Dhabi, you are having fresh truffles, caviar burgers. So it's all the most premium things you can ever imagine.
So since it's the most premium one, can you tell me the most expensive thing in the restaurant? Like how much does it cost and what is it?
180.
180.
A
Okay.
burger, 200 grams Wagyu dry age ribeye, and with fresh truffles, with Parmigiano Reggiano, with
Super premium.
super premium. It's have a fresh seasonal truffles, whatever is in the available. It can be kilo 1,500. It can be kilo 3,000, 4,000. Whatever is in the market, we source it. And then it have truffle cream, premium brioche buns baked daily. So it's everything is highest of everything.
But honestly, I was expecting maybe it would be 3 to 400, but 180 is good for truffle, for Wagyu, for dry aged meat, because
You know?
a lot of process goes behind that.
Exactly. That's the thing. People see it like Wagyu. And the reason we call it premium is that all the burger joints, like
Yeah.
I can say 98% of burger joint, if you read the menu, they mention only Wagyu burgers. But we are proud to mention Wagyu dry aged ribeye, which is like adds that value. But
Exactly.
people like our customer base used to only read the name Wagyu and they think it's like other Wagyu burgers. They're comparing it.
Yeah.
But when you use a Wagyu dry aged ribeye, the game changes.
Okay. Wow. So I wanted to ask you, what is your process to come up with new additions in the menu, new recipes, things like that? Do you dine out at different restaurants, get inspiration, or does it just come in your dream, or what's the process like?
Well, that's a nice question. I don't sleep.
Oh my God.
I sleep only 3 to 4 hours a day.
3 to 4 hours?
Yeah.
Oh my God. How do you
last night
survive?
I slept 3 a.m. and I'm awake 6 a.m. Whenever I go to bed, but I spend 2 hours before sleep on the bed. Just close my eyes, back mind. And I have a kitchen. I have a virtual kitchen back of my head. So I start cooking. Like I have 2 shifts. Once when I go home.
You never stop. Oh my
No,
God.
I start cooking. That's the time I actually start cooking. Like literally, I start cooking back of my mind. I add this. I add like the roca. No, roca is a little bitter. No, let's add like a pinch of this. Like I do it.
You're doing this while lying down?
Yeah, one lie down. I close my eyes. Then once the product is completed,
Yeah.
then I go to my kitchen. I try it.
Okay, you actually go and make it.
Then the next day I go and cook it, and then I put it. And do you
That's
want to know
nice.
something else more surprising?
Yes, please.
I opened SLAW and More without trying none of the burgers.
So you didn't do tastings before the opening? You just trusted the people, or if they were your creation, so you trusted yourself?
I trusted my creations and I trusted the customer's palate by the experience I have.
Okay.
So I know what the customers love and I trusted my way of cooking and I know the chemistry of every item.
Yeah.
Like what items matches with this, like a creaminess with the tanginess, with the sweetness. I do all these kind of creations and then give the end product. So I didn't try none of them.
Really? Okay, did you get to try it by now? Because it's been a
No.
while. Really? You don't have time or appetite?
Most of the burgers I launch out, I've never tried them actually.
Okay, that's a bit of a risk, but you're a risk taker, I guess. Or you trust your instinct. That could be one way of putting it.
I have faith in it.
Okay,
it's
that's
not
good.
trust. I have faith in it. Better to say this way. Like I know a product which is gonna make good, a product which is not gonna make good. Like we had a concept called Sikh by SLAW. It was a pop-up event. We did it, which is basically a different twist to shawarma. I make my partner to try it, Muhammad. I let him to try it, and he was like a day before the event, opening of this event. He tried it, and I didn't have the Sikh, so I put it on a flat top griddle. He came and called me like, Ali, no, this item is gonna be a fail. I was like, Muhammad, I know the item. Trust me, bro. I know the item. He's like,
You
no.
know the people and what
I
they
know
like.
it well. He's like, no, it's bad. Take it down. I like, we cannot. Tomorrow the event starts. He's like, take it down right now. I was like, bro, it is out of the question. I like, okay, I trust my guts. I do it. You have no idea. Every day we are selling around 50 to 60 kilos of that shawarma every day, and people are coming back regular. It's like they're like, please, we beg you, open the restaurant of that. I told him, see, I know the item. I have faith in it. I know the flavor company, and I didn't try it. Yeah,
Again,
again.
you just know the amount of salt, the spice, everything, and you've had
And I
years
did
of
it.
experience. So
Because like, you know, like some of the people when I cook for a palate of public, like to the palate of like out of 10 people, I cook to the palate of not 8 people. But like maybe when you try to cook, you cook only for you, 2, 3, maybe like your surroundings. So like some people are smokers. I'm not a smoker. So I
Okay.
know I can taste a good amount of salt. People who are smoker, they like it like maybe saltier. So that's the difference like becomes like, then I do in something in middle. If someone wants saltier, they can add to it.
okay.
So yeah.
So what was the shawarma like? So was it shawarma with like a Sikh kebab, or because
No.
you said Sikh?
It's called Sikh.
Sikh.
Sikh basically in Arabic means any meat or anything that goes on a skewer
Yeah,
and
that's
gets cooked.
exactly. Even in
So,
Pakistan, we
in
have
Pakistan.
that. Yeah.
So Sikh basically it can be anything. on a skewer, get grilled. It can be
Yeah.
on fire, on rotisserie, anything. It can be
Okay.
called sikh.
So it was like that inside the saj bread or something.
No, it wasn't in saj. It was in a potato roll with like different twists. Like people usually are used to put cucumber pickles, but I did like with a different twist of cabbage, red cabbage pickles. So I give a different twist to it. It was a modernized shawarma, and people were just shocked like shawarma. Like give me shawarma 5. It was. I said, guys, sorry, it's not 5. It's 25. Because
More because it's more elevated.
it's more
obviously,
elevated.
yeah.
The flavor is the thing, and it's not the shawarma.
Since we're talking about shawarmas, what's your go-to shawarma spot in the UAE? Like, do you have one in Dubai or Sharjah? There's a lot of debate around this. It's lafa, it's this, it's that. Like a lot of people fight over it as well.
There is a shawarma, actually, a place. I really like it.
Okay. What is it
It's
called?
called Wurud Al Layali.
Okay.
It's located in Abu Hil. The owner of it, he's there himself. The guy is having a small restaurant, not so big, by the side of a road, and he sells really good shawarma by his heart. He doesn't sell it commercialized, like you know what, like he's trying to sell a quantity.
Yeah.
But he sells it. And there's one more shawarma place I like, but I'm embarrassed to say it.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the one that you just mentioned though. But what's the other one?
IKEA.
IKEA? No way. Wow, Ali,
You know why?
More basic than I thought.
You know why? Because like you are tired after shopping all the
Yeah,
way in
that's
IKEA,
true.
so like they give you a piece of rock, you're gonna enjoy it. You're like, that's the best thing.
That's true. And you know, now they have a Mexican one as well, which I didn't know about.
Well, I was there 2 days ago. I was unlucky. They put jalapenos for me.
Okay, then I think the normal one's better because in the Mexican one they put guacamole, which does
Oh.
not go with the shawarma. Yeah,
Well,
So,
that's
don't get that.
but go to the place ideally. It's really nice.
Yeah, will do. So I wanted to talk to you about. We always talk about the success of a business, but I wanted to know what are some of the failures that people have to face while having a business in the UAE and also growing. What are some of the challenges that they face, basically?
Well, competition. Competition is very strong here.
Yeah.
And the reason I don't sleep, because if you sleep, the next day morning you're surprised by a new brand. Every day there is a new challenge, new flavors. And especially in UAE, it's different from all other part of the world. Like, because there's multinationalities, everyone goes to travels a lot, goes to back to their country, they bring something. Everyone goes and brings, and they explore the world.
Yeah.
So majority of the people who travels around, they go different countries, they have different palettes. So, and they love different items. If you don't match up with those demanding requirements, that's the time you're dead. I've opened lots of restaurants. I closed down. I've did the franchisee of big restaurants. I closed down. Why? Because like I was like learning and I was thinking, oh, okay, people are gonna come. No, but the customers, they never come. That's a reality. You need to motivate them. It's like when you wanna grab a bird, okay, like to put a trap,
Okay.
you put some like seeds on the floor. So the bird slowly eats it and then comes. So if you don't motivate your customer back, McDonald's, it's a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
You see every once in a while they do advertisement. They brought the chicken nuggets back. They try to show you the inside the kitchen. They won't say that I am McDonald's. You want, you come. You don't want, you don't. Most of the people, they think that, okay, I open a restaurant, customers gonna be like lining up back of my restaurant. But that's not the thing. You need, if your food is good, that's not enough. If your food is like you use highest quality of ingredients, that's not enough. You need to have your good marketing. You need to have your PR. You need to have your personality. You need to have your quality, packaging. It's all piles up together to give you a good result out. That's what I learned over years and years of having experience in restaurants,
Yeah.
opening, closing, opening, closing.
So if there was a young entrepreneur and who wanted to seek advice from you, what is like one advice that you would give that entrepreneur?
And never compromise on your quality. I've realized this a lot, sadly, that people open a restaurant, gives the highest quality of ingredients
Yes.
because they want to attract people. So when you eat and like the second or third time, you start feeling the restaurant is going down because you have like your palate gets used to a quality, standard quality. It's good or bad, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the customer, like next time, third, fourth time you go, you see the price, like the quality changes. That's mostly because when the customers, they see the money coming down, they become happy. Not the customer, the business owners. I mean, when they see the money, they start like, getting that jealousy feel, the jealous, like, the thing, that greed of the money.
Okay, they wanna save more.
They want to save more.
Okay.
They have an idea of buying a Rolls Royce back of their head or buying a house
Yes.
with that small spot they have. So they keep on reducing the quality. And that's the reason, the main reason the restaurants die. And I always say to myself, if you reduce your restaurant quality,
Yeah.
it's like putting a hanging rope on your neck. You're gonna be there slowly. One day it's gonna fall under your
Yeah.
leg and you're gonna be choked on. That's all. So never compromise your quality, no matter what. Close your restaurant, leave the field a victory rather than a failure, and they like put the X on you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And McDonald's, have you realized McDonald's never the taste of a Big Mac or like a big restaurants? The flavor is always the same.
They never compromise. Like the fries are always crispy, the nuggets are always hot and crispy.
Standard.
Yeah.
The sauces, have you ever find out a cheeseburger have lesser sauce or more
Yeah,
sauce, or
that's
the
true.
same amount consistency? So from the time you're this much, your age was this, until the age you're 40, 50.
Exactly.
the same
Over the
flavor.
years.
That's why nostalgia, you keep on going back to that restaurants.
Yeah. And I think they even measure everything like by
Everything's
grams.
measured. Everything is measured.
Even
Everything.
at your restaurant, I'm sure.
Everything, yeah.
Just to keep it consistent.
We have a sauce guns. I learned. I'm a person, I observe and learn.
You have a sauce
Guns. So
Oh,
from
okay.
the day one till the day like today, the same amount of sauce goes in the burgers. There was like a day like we didn't have mayonnaise, that specific mayonnaise we are using, because our customer loved that, and it's make the thing. So what we did, we ordered it from US on a pallet, special shipment for us, because customer like it. I cannot reduce my quality.
That's good.
That's the thing. Like it was super expensive for me. Like I
To
was
ship it out.
and like if that mayonnaise used to buy it from a supplier used to be 50,
Yeah.
that bottle of mayonnaise costed me around 150. But the customers, it's not customers' fault. It's they love it, and I have a commitment to give them good stuff.
Exactly. And they're loyal to you. So
They're loyal.
they
So
like they
it's
accept
like
the
a
same.
love bond
Yeah.
between me and my customer. Like it's their rights, they deserve it. And our customers are very picky, huh? If
Yeah.
once we just change something for trial, and the customer like, oh, it's not the same. It's not like,
Oh my God. People are very particular. They're true
Very.
foodies
They
when they
know
come
their
to the
food.
restaurant.
They know
Yeah,
their food,
I
like-
love that actually.
Yeah, now it's 10 years ago, it wasn't like this. 10, 15 years ago. But now
People are more-
it's completely different.
Okay.
If one day, I swear to God, like one day a slice of pickle, the acidity of it reduces, customers are like, oh, your pickles are not good today. I'm like, oh my
What?
God. I swear to God, you have no idea
I'm surprised.
what things we face at the restaurant daily.
But that's the thing. So you listen to the feedback and then you work according to that.
Yeah.
That's why people keep coming back. And now that I'm thinking about like all the work that goes behind the
It is
restaurant and the
not.
kitchen, it's not for the weak.
It's not
It's
for
a lot
big.
of things to consider, like even
It's
the thickness of the
lots.
pickle, the amount of sauces. It's
The
crazy.
sweetness, the acid is
Yeah.
like let's say pickle. Pickle is made of water, sugar, salt, and vinegar. So if the quantity of this matters, that the measurement of them matters. If one of them is up and down, that's done. That's the time. Like the pickle can be more acidy,
Yeah.
or it can get spoiled, or it can get salty, or sugar is too sweet. So everything needs to be mixed.
Yeah,
a
it needs to
perfect
be
match.
balanced. So I wanted to ask you, what is one cooking tip you live by? Like just regularly in the kitchen?
Cooking tip depends. If it's for like someone cooking at the
Yeah,
house or
just some
something.
like for example, for me cooking in the house, what is one tip that you would give me?
Be bold. Don't be scared. That's the thing. Take a decision, taste it according to you. If you're satisfied with it, that's all. Everyone will be. Sometimes you go to restaurants, the food is not so good, but the chef comes with the confidence to you and he says, "No, the food is good," and that's the time you believe that. If the person have a confidence on himself, the food is good, even though you know the food is bad. But no, when the guy comes, then it's like you get believed to it.
Okay.
So if you're cooking at home or you're at a restaurant, believe in what you're doing with your whole heart and soul. That's the time then everyone else will believe in you.
So you need to take like some risks basically, even
Basically,
while
risk,
cooking.
leap of faith.
So I'm curious to know, after spending majority of your time in the kitchen, as we just discussed, do you order in when you go home or do you cook for yourself? Or do you not eat and survive on coffee?
That's like debatable. Like I'm a person, fried chicken person, McDonald's person.
Okay.
Sometimes people see me like the other day I went to McDonald's. I was buying a McDonald's. The guy like, are you crazy? You have the best burgers in Dubai. Or what are you doing
Oh,
here?
he knew you
Yeah,
worked
he
there?
knew me.
Okay.
Like, we go to your burger place because it's like good and all. But since it's end of the month, we are like kind of broke. We go to there. So why you are not like going having your own burger? Like, man, I grown up with these flavors. I can't. I love the brand.
Yes.
So I don't cook much. Depends. If I'm like there is a motivation behind, there is some like special person, family gathering, something, then like okay, that's the time I'm gonna make. I don't mind making a sushi at home. So
Oh, you make sushi too?
I can
So you can make all the different cuisines.
see a human. Basically, I do a lot of things. I know how to do a bit of makeup. I know how to do hairdressing. I know to swing, cleaning, cooking, everything. A human needs to be an ocean of information,
Yeah.
but to a depth of a meter, which means you need to know almost everything, but to a depth of a meter, a basic of everything. You don't know life gonna take you where tomorrow. So
That's some really good life advice, by the way.
Yeah.
Love that.
so that's why like when I tell people I know makeup, they're like, hell no, why? I'm like, you don't know where am
So
I
how
gonna
much do
fall?
you know? Do you know how to contour? Like, how much of the makeup do you know? I think our listeners would love to know.
I know basics. I know the basics.
The blending and all that.
I know the blending and all. I know to braid the hair. I know to do some
No
like
way.
like I know tailoring. I know swing. Yeah.
You are full of surprises.
Well, I need to know. Like I know how to cleaning. I need to teach. I do riding. You don't know what's gonna life take. I know to swim professionally. So you don't know. Maybe like I've been from my luck. I've been a ship and it sank.
Oh my
so I
God.
need to know how to swim.
That's true.
Like or maybe I'm middle of a desert. I need to how to like make fire. So everything you need to know basic of every single thing. You don't know where life's gonna take you in.
That's true. And it's the best way to survive in any situation.
True.
So I wanted to ask you, since we were talking about you going to McDonald's and all of that, but what restaurant other than SLAW is your favorite place to dine out in Dubai?
I don't eat. That's the thing.
okay.
Like, I used to love Heba food a lot. But since I have restaurants for many years, but like from the time I'm so fully dedicated to SLAW, like for the past few years, I'm done with food. Like that's something sad about me. Like food doesn't impress me anymore. Like you bring me a plate of sushi from a supermarket or bring me a sushi from there, it doesn't give me that buzz or zing,
That excitement.
that excitement, that joy. So like when people tell me where to eat, like I'm the worst person because everything is one. I know how to make it. I know what is in it. Like nothing makes me curious. Like everything I see, I smell it. Like, oh, okay, this. Like I know
Okay.
everything directly. So the flavors doesn't impress me anymore. Like I know everything. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not like my happiness place. Like, oh, okay, I'll go here. I become happy. But like I told you, like this KFC, pizza, these
Yeah.
are the brands
Fast
which I
food.
grown up with. Apart from them, like some were like, oh, this is the go-to place. I'd love to go. No, there are a few restaurants I go, I
Yes.
love. But it's not like food is not making me happy anymore.
You know what? That makes sense because, for example, it's a lot to do with your psychology. So when I'm cooking a meal, for example, right after cooking the meal, I'm not hungry.
You're not hungry.
It's like it's gone. Your appetite's gone just with the smells or something like that. I don't
True.
know.
Like it's like
Yes, I
you know the
understand that.
food, you know everything.
Yeah.
Like a spoon of it in my mouth, and I tell you like the ingredients of it. So
and you're
it's
surrounded by it every day. So
everyday food, veggies, fruits, meat, chicken, fish. Like it's not that sparkle. I love to have it again, but I can't.
yes,
Honestly.
because until and unless you're running this business, I think it's going to be like this.
You know, no, see, it's like I used to, as I said, like my happiness was food. I
Yeah.
used to like being a day. I told you I used to cry going to go to KFC.
Yeah.
Like my mom still tells me, but used to be like dreaming of eating that place, dreaming of eating, but no any single ingredient is there. Like I'm like, oh, I'm daydreaming of it. Like everything
Yeah.
you say, I tried it
Okay.
once. So like.
Maybe that's like the case with a lot of chefs and restaurant owners as well.
It became it's a black spot of like this field.
yeah.
I can tell you when
That's-
you reach to a certain level, that just the companions actually I enjoy it. Like the companions who I go with, that's the time I enjoy it. So I always tell my mom and all like I enjoyed the surroundings.
Yeah.
That's what's important for me. So you take me to eat on the street or you take me eat on anywhere, it's the same for me.
Okay.
So but who is on the table? That's a key for me.
So since we're talking about company and friends, I wanted to ask you, because you don't have a work-life balance,
Yeah.
how has that affected you and how are you able to keep up with having a social life?
I don't have a life.
No social life.
I don't have a social life.
Oh God.
See, I have friends, not friends. Like, let's say I know a lot of people, but I have only one friend,
Yeah.
which he knows all my life. I know his life. He's recently married, but like everything of each other, like we are like best friend. He's closer
Yeah.
to me than my own brother, because like we meet each other a lot and all. So I have only one friend. Others I have like just I know them. Okay, they are like I appreciate their presence in my life, but
Yeah.
the one who go out and hang out and like eat a drink, a coffee or cinema, no, I don't have that thing
Okay.
in my life. So
But it's good to know that you have at least that one good friend you can count on.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's always been there for me, even though he's married, but still he's
Yeah.
there for me. Like I'm there for him. So
And
he's
plus, with your busy schedule, it must be so hard to, come up with a time where you can see each other. But
Yeah.
it's good to know that there's someone that you can text and
yeah, true. Like
Yeah,
if I need
you're there for each
something,
other.
like I tell him, and then we call each other. The fun part is that we don't call like you don't say hi, how are you? Like no,
Yeah.
we call and we insult each other. Oh hey this, hey that. Like
so you have that.
so if someone hears us,
relationship.
yeah, if someone here like why you're fighting, like
Exactly.
like
That's what happens with the closest friends. You're like insulting them.
we call insult.
There's like a
like,
lot of banter.
yeah,
basically.
like someone we talk like sometimes like together we're like talk
Yeah.
dirty. Like he insult me, I'm insulting like the most dirtiest thing, but like we know at the end like we are
Yeah.
friends and all.
That's good. No hard feelings.
Nah, no hard feeling. We know it.
So I wanted to talk to you about the chef community in the UAE. Do
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot of cook-offs or like meetups with different chefs? Like, how is the community like in the UAE?
Well, see, depends.
Hmm.
If you are a restaurateur, you own the restaurant, and you are a chef working in a place. So when you are working as chef, from my point of view, when you're having a restaurant, if the other person have a restaurant too, okay, you know him. I say hi and bye. But hanging out together and also it doesn't make a thing because like you feel that's like a competition thingy. Like okay, for example, I have friends who owns burger joints. Okay, we are friends, but not the friends together.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like I have a burger joint, you know that feelings like
Yeah,
it
I get
doesn't
that.
let you to be like because at some point of time you guys are like head to head, like it's a reality in a business, you're head to head.
Maybe there's something you both are launching at the same time.
Something maybe, or like you see something, you say it out of your mouth, like it
Yeah.
goes on
You're
a fly.
scared to spill anything.
So you are having a friendship.
Hmm.
But if you are working at a restaurant, so that's the time you don't care about the business making money or not.
Exactly.
It's not yours. So that's the time you can have that surrounding friends
Yeah,
and all.
different chefs.
And I have friends. I have like I know Michelin star chefs. I know normal chefs. They are friends. They come to my restaurant. We eat. We hi bye. We are having a good neutral thing. But like as I said, like we don't have anything of close because the competition thing in a business.
That's true. Okay, so Ali, since it's almost the end of our podcast and it's called The Bigger Picture, I'm going to give you 1 minute and you have to draw me a picture of the sentence that I'm about to say.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll see your drawing skills.
Sure.
Let me open my stopwatch. All right, so you have to draw something that you've created at SLAW that's your absolute favorite item from the time we started in 1 minute.
That I created from SLAW. Okay.
Putting you under pressure. 20 more seconds. Oh, you're done before time?
Yes.
El Camino. Is that like a Doritos?
Yes, that's the burger I launched. It was called El Camino on my birthday 2 years ago for a limited period, and we brought it back this year also for a single day only. It had guacamole, it had some salsa on it, and fried chicken with cheese. So basically all the items that I
So it's like a Mexican fusion
It's a
burger.
Mexican fusion. We brought it last 2 years for my birthday, El Camino.
Okay, perfect. And the next segment is called Rapid Fire.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you 10 questions and you just have to answer as quickly as you can.
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Complaining.
Okay. And what are some of your red flags or a red flag?
A red flag, lies.
What is the ingredient that you would never use in your cooking?
Seafood. because I
Seafood.
have allergy to hard shells.
Makes sense. And your dream holiday destination.
Dream holiday is Hawaii.
And your biggest achievement.
SLAW.
Your favorite Netflix show.
My favorite Netflix show.
Yeah.
Well, that's hard. I don't have time. Oh, okay. This Suicide Squid. Or what's that? Squid Games. Oh, okay. Squid Games. I'm so bad. I don't have time to watch.
Suicide Squad Squid.
Yeah, that's.
I'm like, what is that mashup? I did not know about it before. What is something that is your worst fear?
My worst fear?
Yeah.
Falling down.
Falling down?
Means from
Like
the top. Like
okay.
not from like phobia or something. No, falling down from the place I am.
Okay. All right. And something you learned recently?
Recently?
Any skill?
Eating in a bowl is more cozier and gives you more homier feeling. Yesterday I learned it
Okay.
by a friend.
All right. And the last song you listened to?
Last song I
Maybe
listened
while
to,
driving here.
like this Baby Candy. I don't know what is this song.
Baby
Calm
Candy?
down, calm
Oh,
down. Candy.
Baby Candy.
I don't know what Baby Candy. Calm down. I don't know what.
Okay, perfect. So you did really well for your rapid fire and your 1 minute picture challenge.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this conversation as much as I did. It was so nice having you, and good luck with SLAW and more. And please get some rest and some sleep.
Sure. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for listening to The Bigger Picture with Hiba. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let us know in the comments what your favorite part of the podcast was. Stay tuned for the next episode.